We like to think cities are strong, modern, capable of withstanding anything. After all, we've built towers that touch the sky, highways that stretch for hundreds of miles, networks that connect millions in milliseconds. But none of that matters when the power goes out. Because no matter how advanced a city may appear, beneath the glass and steel, they all run on the same fragile current. And when that current stops, civilization unravels fast. Welcome to Silent Blackout. Tonight, we bring you a chilling countdown. The 10 U.S. cities most likely to collapse first during a national blackout. These are not guesses. They're based on factors that most people never think about, but which determine how quickly order turns to chaos. Population density, geographic vulnerability, social inequality, infrastructure decay, crime, supply chains, and psychological pressure points. Let's begin. Number 10. Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas isn't a city built for resilience. It's built for spectacle. A shining oasis in the middle of a hostile desert. But that desert is unforgiving. When the power fails, everything collapses at once. Air conditioning, water pumping stations, electronic locks, elevators, slot machines, surveillance. Hotels filled with tourists become vertical prisons. There's no plan to evacuate 600,000 residents, let alone thousands of visitors who don't speak the language or know the geography. The heat becomes deadly in under 12 hours. There is no shade, no natural water source, only sand, concrete, and fear. In Las Vegas, the lights don't go out quietly. They vanish violently. Number 9. Chicago, Illinois. At first glance, Chicago seems ready. It has industry, a central location, and experience handling winter storms. But beneath the surface lies a different truth. Chicago's infrastructure is aging rapidly. Pipes burst in the cold. Public transport grinds to a halt without electricity. And the city has long-standing tensions between neighborhoods. Once the lights go out, neighborhoods fracture. Emergency response is slowed by frozen traffic. Without internet, coordination breaks. Without lights, streets turn hostile. Grocery stores are looted by hour 24. ATM systems go down. Hospitals overflow. Gang territories expand in the dark. Chicago doesn't fall because of its size. It falls because of how deeply it's divided when systems fail. Number 8. New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans is a city haunted by water. A single storm is enough to trigger memories of Katrina. But this time, it's not the storm. It's the silence. Without power, the city loses its last line of defense. Pumps. Floodwaters rise again. The levees hold until they don't. Evacuation becomes impossible. Heat and humidity create a slow death spiral. Medical services collapse. Roads vanish underwater. Helicopters can't fly in. Boats can't reach everyone. And the forgotten neighborhoods remain forgotten. New Orleans doesn't just flood. It drowns in neglect. Number 7. Phoenix, Arizona. There's a quiet terror in Phoenix. When the power fails, there's no sound, no air conditioning, no fan, no breeze, just heat, dry, crushing, unrelenting. In the first 12 hours, temperatures in homes reach lethal levels. Water evaporates. Electronic doors stop working. Cars overheat. Cell towers fail. In a city with over 1 million people, there are fewer than 50 hours of potable water if pumping stations fail. And yet, most don't store any. They assume the faucet will always work. Phoenix doesn't collapse in panic. Collapses in silence, in dehydration, in heat stroke. By the time help arrives, there's no one left to call. Number 6. New York City. New York is the symbol of resilience, but also of overdependence. 10 million people stacked vertically. No elevators, no subways, no traffic lights, no refrigeration. Everything is digital. Everything is connected. Remove power, and the system collapses on itself. Cashless stores can't operate. Delivery services vanish. 911 response times triple. Communication is lost in the noise of panic. Tunnels flood. Bridges clog. Nobody gets in. Nobody gets out. New York doesn't burn. It implodes under its own complexity. Number 5. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit knows hardship, but in a blackout, hardship turns into hunger. It has one of the highest rates of abandoned housing in America. Those homes become hiding places for the desperate, or staging grounds for the violent. Without lights, law enforcement can't respond fast enough. Hospitals already stretched become unusable. People flee, but to where? Detroit is a city where the line between recovery and collapse is razor thin. And in a blackout, that line vanishes. Number 4. San Francisco, California. Tech capital of the world. But it can't power itself. San Francisco depends on digital systems for everything. Transport, payment, communication, infrastructure. But its geography works against it. Hills trap people. Narrow streets clog instantly. The homeless population swells in the dark. Water is pumped in from miles away. Medical access is tech-dependent. People don't carry cash. They can't get food. They can't leave. The wealthiest city in America, paralyzed by its own advancement. Number 3. Miami, Florida. Coastal, chaotic, unstable. Miami's collapse starts with water, then heat, then panic. Hurricane prep is common, but a blackout with no storm confuses people. They wait for guidance that never comes. They wait too long, and then it's too late. Stores are emptied. Looting becomes organized. Roads flood. Bridges close. And those left behind face the worst of it. Miami isn't drowned. It's abandoned. Number 2. Baltimore, Maryland. A city already on edge. Baltimore has some of the highest crime rates in the country. Deep distrust of institutions. Decaying public health. And one of the weakest water systems in the U.S. Power loss accelerates the fractures. Hospitals shut down. Police pull back. Gangs move in. The city splits into zones. Not political, but tribal. And with no outside help, Baltimore becomes an island of fire. Number 1. Los Angeles, California. The collapse of LA is inevitable in a total blackout. It's not just its size, it's its layout. A massive sprawl, dependent on cars, dependent on fuel, dependent on technology. When the lights go out, so do the pumps, so do the phones, so does the control. The city fragments fast. Wildfires erupt in the canyons. No water pressure to stop them. The skies darken. The roads close. Helicopters grounded. With over 4 million residents, no city will fall harder or faster than Los Angeles. This isn't about fear. This is about foresight. Cities collapse not just because of what they are, but because of what they've chosen to ignore. The more connected we become, the more fragile we are. And in a blackout, there are no second chances. This is Silent Blackout. Subscribe, prepare, and don't be the one still waiting when the silence arrives.